Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport here on a Friday, the Friday of Memorial Day weekend. Barnes and Tony, once again, what's going on, brother?
Not much, dude. Happy to be here. Friday, you said it, Memorial Day weekend. Gonna be a nice one, I guess, right, dude? And obviously, we'll have some nice Mets baseball to talk about. So let's freaking go, man, after the off day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you're yearning to get back on the diamond. Big series this weekend.
Huge, dude. Huge against the Dodgers.
Dodgers,
like, get the big statement, come back, let's go. Did you get the win underneath your belt against the Red Sox? The monkey off your back, maybe. Kershaw ready to get tattooed. And hopefully, yeah, we can get a good series in.
Will Soto tattoo one this weekend, you think?
Honestly, I think so, dude. I mean, honestly, between Gonsolin and Kershaw and Knack on Sunday, I mean, he's got to hit one out.
Law of averages.
Law of averages. Hopefully, Citi Field, a little bit, home, welcoming a little bit more. You're off the road right now. So let's go, dude. Good vibes. Good vibes.
Yeah. And speaking of good vibes, yesterday, good vibes. And I was talking to you before the show, and I see him here in the comments. But a last second,
baby.
Ernie edition.
Love that, dude. Love that.
So it was literally, I would say, 2 minutes before game time. He's talking in the chat because I had sent a picture of the seats, and then he was like, "Oh damn!" Like I was thinking about going because like the tickets are real cheap or whatever. And then I was like, just realized like, oh, we have an extra ticket. Like come on down. And at first he's like, "Oh, I can't." Like. Not a good time or whatever. And then like literally I would say within 20 minutes, he's like, "Oh, you could just send me the ticket." I'm like, "Yeah." And then next thing you know,
I'll see you at the stadium today, brother.
I want to say like around bottom 4, top 5 in the building, saw the win. So just a nice
sick,
late addition,
I wonder, like, his perspective, coming in late, Barnes, couple in, riled, dude,
Ernie was having a good time. Let's just say that.
yeah.
I'm sure he'll have some to say about that. And I'll obviously talk more about that, when we go officially to the world. But we got some comments, so let's start with that.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Let's do it. Early and often, John Pollock, the first one in here on this
Johnny
Friday.
boy.
Oh, baby, he says, the greatest podcast is back again, baby.
Play ball.
Ernie says, dude. John Pollock says the is right. Ernie says, what's up, fish boy? John Pollock gives a good laugh, so I'm fish boy, he says. Okay. And he goes, yep, the fish, the last name. And he says, you're more than welcome, says Ernie. And I guess John Pollock says, that means you're goated, Ernie. Ernie obviously riled. Says, Barnes at the game is a sight to watch, but hell of a good time.
Wait till June 12th. Let's just say that.
Dude.
That things are going to get a little crazy.
And then
Yankee games, there's more focus.
That's true.
We're task at hand.
Yeah,
task at hand.
We're not, peeling out before the game, golfing, dude. Marinette. We're Ossining, dude. Ossining.
Dude, we gotta go to Ossining, dude.
Here's Josh B checking in, dude. What's
Josh
good, fam? Ernie, obviously happy to see him in the comments. John Pollock, happy to see Josh B. Seems like everybody's happy on this little feel good Friday. I think everyone's riled, especially for Josh B. Corporate America, I'm sure, off on Monday, dude.
Yes, as LA Barnaby. There you go.
Oh, there we go, dude.
Memorial Day, so we're riled about that.
Any big plans?
Nothing too crazy. But definitely want to get some golf in at some point. What about you?
I'm gonna be going home, so I'll go home on Sunday though, because probably be up here Saturday, maybe a little Saturday night horseshoe, come some pool, some Guinness. But then Sunday home, pasta, classic Sunday dinner. And then I don't know what my mom wants to do for Memorial Day because it's her birthday lands on Monday. So I don't know, maybe she'll want to go out. Maybe she'll want to barbecue. I kind of doubt it. Typically my mom's like, at my birthday, I don't want to have to do any cleaning or whatever. So who knows, dude? But if anything, I'm sure my dad will be like pulling for the barbecue by the pool sort of deal. Pool's open.
Nice. I say they've been going in.
I would imagine so. Last I checked for Mother's Day, they would just kind of open that and gone in yet. So, but I'm sure in between then and now, because the nice weather came and everything. So yeah, I'm sure they've been enjoying the pool, dude. My dad loves the late night swims, the heaters on, the relaxation, cigar in the backyard.
No, I mean your pool, the setup. I mean it's second to none.
Ice cream truck around the corner.
Stop. What would you get from there? Ice cream truck.
Vanilla cone, soft serve. Maybe I'll get like I don't know, maybe like a Choco Taco, put in the freezer for later,
Choco,
dude.
huh?
Yeah, dude. A little Choco, dude. Boy, dude, I could go for some ice cream, honestly. Soft serve, dude. I know you're, Carvel last night you said, right?
Yes.
Vanilla soft serve?
Vanilla soft serve. No, that's I don't know. Like hard ice cream is good, but I just feel like nothing tops like a creamy vanilla soft serve.
Absolutely love it, dude.
How do you top it? I don't think you do. But I think we got a couple more that trickled in.
Oh yeah, dude, we definitely do here. Let's check in. John Pollock, Jay Bird says that Yankee game was a snoozer. He says, and in the rain, couldn't think of a more miserable experience. Brian,
it didn't rain, Jay. So, but Jay, I mean, we know what Jay's doing.
We do know
exactly like all there all the time, And Ernie would attest too. Not one drop.
That's great, dude. Josh B, hype for John Pollock. Ernie, off on Monday too. It's effing go. And Josh is his name, he says to John Pollock. And then Jay Bird says vanilla chocolate swirl, rainbow sprinkles. You ever do the swirl?
Yes. Yep. I don't mind a swirl.
Don't mind honestly, a swirl. Yeah,
but
swirl's good. Swirl's good.
I think it's still you gotta go with the vanilla over the top.
Yeah, Jay Bird's mouth is watering right now.
Yeah.
And then, here we go. Michael Theophil, Goats. No better show out there with the two best in the business,
Michael.
He says. Goats in the chat. Ernie equals my tag team partner, future WWE main event. That would be a sight to see between you guys. And, of course, I don't know if this is John Pollock. Did he really change his name to Fish Boy? I don't know, dude. I know it probably is. It's probably not preferred, dude, Fish Boy. I'll trust the John Pollock Fish Boy, dude. Never had Pollock before. I don't know about you.
No, I
never
didn't
even heard of it, honestly.
No, I've heard of like haddock. But
Yeah.
Pollock? Is that a thing, actually?
It must be in the same family. Distant cousin.
Look it
Haddock,
up. I want you to
dude.
look it up right now.
Let's do it, dude. Obviously, Ernie here, I don't know, a fisherman in his past life, maybe? Pollock fish. I said put fick, but that's fine, dude. Alaskan pollock. Pollock is a lean, white, flaky fish. I probably now know why Ernie likes it, because it's lean and white, with a mild flavor that's part of the cod family. Okay, there we go. I enjoy cod. It's high in protein and low in calories and fat. So honestly, kind of I guess, should be flattered. John Pollock should be flattered here.
There we go.
Is a single serving, contains a day's worth of vitamin B12, which is always good for you. There's two types of pollock, Atlantic pollock and Alaskan pollock, also known as Wally pollock.
Wally Pollock.
There we go, dude. Looks like you can find Atlantic pollock, which I guess is more common for us, the Northwest Atlantic Sea. And then I guess Alaskan pollock is up in the Pacific, dude. So there you go. There's your little, the more you know,
Yeah. There you go.
There you go, dude.
So like we said, there's a lot to get to. Let's take a trip to the world of Major League Baseball.
Instinct to left, it's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yep, what a play! Stop it. Yep.
And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeouts.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So we already talked about it. The rainless Yankee Stadium was pretty good yesterday, against all odds too. A lot of I guess you could say pessimism for the games on Wednesday, and then yesterday, we had a 12:35 first pitch. Given the weather forecast, but that's why you don't usually go by the weather forecast, because it's a lot different. But you would have thought pouring all day, cold, windy, feels like in the 40s. Not even close, Tony. It wasn't cold in the slightest. Really, wasn't windy.
That's great, dude.
And it was just a solid overall day. I was explaining to you about how it's awesome, the weekday early games, just because of the timing of everything. You feel like you have so much, time rather than like a night game. So I would say, let's see. So the train from Stanford, Mark got on. I think his was 9:35. So Stanford was like 10:28. By the time, we did the transfer to Harlem, all of that, I want to say it was like maybe 11:30. And we did the classic Miller High Life 6-pack, a Tony original.
There we go, baby.
Just to kind of get things going. And then went to Billy's, the classic shot in the beer. I think we went
Fireball?
JMO actually this
Let's
time.
go. There we go.
Mark likes his JMO. I'm
Good.
Fireball is like the only shot that I actually think doesn't taste disgusting. Not that it's great. So did that, and then went into the stadium. And got the sausage and peppers, which was solid.
Let's go, dude.
So sausage and peppers, couple surf sides. Corey drove, so there was a little traffic. So me and Mark saw like maybe the first inning and a half, 2 innings, and then Corey got there, and then it was funny a couple of innings later. Ernie gets there, but the seats were unbelievable. So shout out GAF Devin, always hooking it up there. Row 1, section 112.
There we go.
Halfway between first base and the outfield wall, lurking. And so you just saw everything, especially like Mark was saying, for like a right-handed batter, you really get a sense sitting, in that cross angle. Carlos Rodon was unbelievable.
Were you calling balls and strikes?
We weren't calling balls and strikes. There wasn't really many things to, I guess have qualms about. And it felt like, 1-0 game. I mean, it just went, really quick.
Symmetrical, Tony.
It's just funny though how different it looks if you don't pull it out. But the fact that, you look at the job that this Yankee pitching staff has done, and I don't even have the specific numbers, but last 3 weeks, they've been unstoppable. But this series really, you're one strike away from 2 shutouts, against Texas. And I know, their batters are kind of struggling a little bit, but if Ian Hamilton doesn't get up that home run, it's a different story. But yeah, kudos to Carlos Rodon. Just the absolute turnaround story after that putrid, first year in the Bronx. Last year really solid, and this year taking it to a new level. Really, pretty much, San Francisco Giant Carlos Rodon levels here. Only 2 hits allowed for Rodon yesterday, 2 walks, struck out 8, 105 pitches. And the season ERA sitting at 2.88. So in the wake of, Garrett Cole, being injured, Rodon giving you every single bit of, what you could hope for. And you really needed it yesterday. And, I think it's just tough. There was definitely rain the previous game yesterday. You didn't know rain was coming. And also it's just always like kind of tough. A getaway game, the flight, Colorado, 9-game road trip coming up. So sometimes, those games can get away from you, and they don't let that happen. And the bullpen, completely lights out between Leiter, Williams, and Weaver. 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 2 hits, no walks. So just continuing the trend. And Devin Williams getting so comfortable there in that 8th inning. He only threw 11 pitches. Luke Weaver, only throwing 10, appearing in all 3 games of this series, getting a save in all 3 games for Luke Weaver. His ERA sitting at 0.4. So you just love to see that.
That's sick.
And then it was cool too, to be in the crowd for Yorbit Vivas' first career home run. I guess they retrieved the ball after, shot to right, one of those, where we were sitting. I knew right off the bat, okay, this is gone. I could just tell. He was so pumped. So it's just cool going to a 1-0 game and getting the job done, getting the sweep, and it's just the Yankees have just done a really good job. I think now it's 8 out of 11 games, if I'm not mistaken, that they've won. So 30 up, 19 down, and an impeccable 18-9 at Yankee Stadium. So, this is exactly what you wanted to do. It's kind of nice too, because, just between the uncertainty with the weather and the fact too that Texas, even though they're not hitting, their pitching is pretty good. You go up against the DeGrom, but to sweep them and then kind of have this buffer, before you get to the Angels and the Dodgers with the Rockies. Obviously, I mean, historically, one of the worst teams we've ever seen. I think 8-43. So that altitude, I mean, you would think, I mean, you have a chance to score, 30 plus runs over these next 3 days in Colorado. So kind of nice. And then the Angels are red hot. I think they were just saying on DNR, they're scoring seven in a row.
Yeah.
So that kind of coming at the right time.
Yeah, definitely, dude. And I mean, I think it's, something worth to see these young guys, kind of ending these games, or at least, being the factor in the win. Obviously, the Martian walking it off. Vivas here. It is Vivas, right? Because I heard some, even Danny Green was talking about like
Vivas. Yeah.
Yorbits.
Yes.
Vivas, dude.
Yeah.
And obviously him being that solo shot. I mean, there is something a little bit extra. It being the younger guys, the first time experiences as a Yankee, that does rile up the dugout. I mean, you saw it with the walk-off, you saw it with the homer this time, and like you said, when your pitching staff is that dialed, Luke Weaver already have 7 saves on the year, right?
Yeah.
After not starting as the closer,
Right.
I mean, that's awesome. And like you said, Williams, I think that was his 5th hold now. He is kind of getting used to that spot.
Yeah, I think it's either 8 out of 9 or 9 out of 10 scoreless appearances for Williams.
There we go, dude. So I think that combo, like you said, perfect time coming here because you got the road trip. You mentioned Colorado and even for yesterday too. I mean, not for nothing. Like people kind of were thinking rain delay. When can you make it up? You can't make it up, sort of deal. So it was nice that they edged out that win and like you said, have all the momentum. Going to the next couple series now.
Yeah, and put the finishing touches on a 5-1 homestand. Like I said, 9-game road trip. So you love, you love to see that. And you look at what Devin Williams, after having a 9 ERA in March and April, has a 3.38 ERA here in May, and really, pretty remarkable what he's done. Because if you look at this. He's pitched 8 innings and he's given up 3 hits and 3 runs, but the 3 runs were all in one appearance where he went 2/3 of an inning. So other than that, he's allowed 2 hits and he's only walked 1 batter in those other appearances. So it was the 1 appearance against San Diego. That was it. So he's really just held things down tight. That's exactly, what you want to see. And, you even need him more so now. And I don't think it's going to be anything long-term, probably a minimum stay. But they did announce, Fernando Cruz placed on the injured list. So that's just, a guy that you've been using a lot. So everybody kind of moves up in the pecking order. So you're going to be counting on Devin for the 8th religiously. And, Mark Leiter Jr. Moves up a spot. Obviously, you just got Loaizaga back. So, you have other options there. But the way that you're pitching, after the way the pitching started, there were all those, statistics about starters ERAs other than Max Fried, how putrid it was. And now, it's just completely all turned around between the starters, the bullpen, and, the offense, sure, there was a couple games this year where they didn't score a ton, but, the offense is there, still top in all the categories. And like I said, you're really looking forward to, putting on a clinic in Colorado, that's for sure. And then I believe it's a 6-game lead over Boston. So I just think, everything is rolling. Looking forward to this road trip. And, it's always cool to go to these stadiums because you don't really play there much. The Angels once a year, Dodgers and Rockies every other year. So it's kind of cool to see them in those parts. Pretty pumped. Pretty much all could, all I could really ask for at this point.
You could ask for, Brian.
Looking up at the upcoming, matchups over this weekend here. So you're going to have Schmidt, Gordon, on Friday. It's like, who's Gordon? Who knows? Does it really matter? Fried is going to pitch tomorrow against Freeland. So 8:40 tonight, 4:10 tomorrow. And then Will Warren, coming off the best stretch of his career, matched up against Antonio Centazella, which I still am never sure how to pronounce that, but that's all right.
You'll find out this weekend.
So let's go. Looking forward to seeing what we could do in Colorado. So it's been a couple years, obviously, since we've been there. Other than that, I would say, let's go. And I Other comments here?
Yeah, we got some nonsense in there, dude. Sorry. Let's see if I can, skim through it. Let's see, dude. I guess John Pollock upset Tigers 7-0 loss to the Guardians. And then Matthew Ryan comes here. Yankees are one of the best teams in baseball, but IDK about the Mets here. They starts talking some shit to Jay Bird about the Mets here. Obviously, Jay Bird to check the record. Matthew Ernie, here we go. Says Williams should never close again. And then we talked about it yesterday. Has to stay where he's at,
100%,
dude.
Ernie.
100%, 1,000,000%, dude. And then Matthew Ryan doesn't know what he's talking about, but then he does say Yankees sweep.
Bless you.
Thank you, dude. And then that's pretty much it, dude. And then I guess that's pretty much it. Ernie, Weaver,
and
dialed.
listen, I mean, I don't know. I was
jeez.
like half paying attention there, but Matthew Ryan said something about the Mets. I mean, I don't know if Jay was saying check the record in terms of like just if their record's good, or if he was saying that it was better than the Yankees, which for the first time in a while, the Yankees slightly half game up, 19 losses versus 20 losses. But that gap kind of closed quick. I mean, not that it was ever that much. But it's just over these last couple of games, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, two of the best records, in the league. That's for sure.
You'll have to see it.
Geez, there was something else I feel like I was gonna say, but it's just not
coming into your head.
Yeah, not coming to the thought right now. Oh, I know, because I got to listen for a little bit yesterday. Then I was in a train, didn't get to. But it seems like from what I could tell, like I think you could tell me better. But Danny feels pretty good about things right now.
For the Yankees?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He's
definitely.
pumped.
Yeah, he is pumped, dude. He's excited, obviously, about Weaver, Judge, ridiculous. You're saying it's crazy. Battle with 400, and he's like slumping technically kind of right now. So it's like, yeah, dude, he's dialed in, riled. Every game he says Yankees over everything. There we go, Brian. Ernie loves him.
Yeah. No, I mean you can't complain about that. That's for sure. Now, do we have picks updated?
Oh, dude, no, we don't have it updated. I have to update it. Let me go back here. All right, so coming into, I guess, the picks were from when? Freaking.
So this would be Wednesday's picks, yeah.
All right, cool, dude. Cool. So going into Wednesday, you were 6-6. I was 7-5 here. And I blew Wednesday Mets in the over. That was 1-1 for me. And then I had Padres in the over, which is that when the Padres lost? No. Yeah, 14-0. Was it? No, hold on. Padres lost 14-0, so that makes it 2-2 for me, which is ridiculous. And then I had A's in the under. Oh, dude, the 0 for 2. Angels were hot. So I went 3-5. And then you had Yankees and the under, which I would imagine hit on the under, right?
So I think that was the 7.5 spot.
Yeah, let's call it 2-0 right there. Okay, and then you had Braves in the under, right? Braves in the under, it says here.
They didn't play.
They postponed.
Yeah.
So
makeup game
we'll just do a makeup game for you. And then you had Phillies in the under, which went 1-1. So I'll put you at 3-1 right there, as I was. We are 3-5. How does that make sense? 1-1, 2-2, and then 0-2. Yeah, 3-6. There it is.
Wait, so
wait, no. Yeah. Wait, hold on. You're 3-1. Makeup game. Let me write that down. Makeup game.
Makeup game pending.
9-7 here. 7-5. 2-2 here. 3-5. Sweet. All right. 10-10. You're 9-7.
Okay.
There we go.
9-7. And then do we know pick of the litter here?
I want to say, maybe I think I had first pick on Wednesday.
And then also, I'm sure you mentioned it yesterday, but was that not one of the sweetest bat flips for Dominguez, the walk-off home run?
Yeah, it really was, dude. I mean, that was a bomb. Like, just full swing, like, oh my God.
First one of his life, too.
Yeah, it's sick.
And obviously, I'm guessing Danny pumped for Dominguez.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Because it seems like we're just, he's just getting going. I mean, there's just so much more to look forward to. And you just love to see it. So that was awesome. He's just had some big moments, whether it's that, the 3 home run game. He's also had some clutch hits at the end of games, and then to walk it off. I mean, there's nothing like a walk-off homer. And it's just crazy how long that drought was of a Yankee walk-off homer. 3 years.
Oh, that is crazy.
September of 22, Stanton.
That's
Mets have had walk-off homer this year, right?
Walk-off homer this year.
I feel like somebody. I don't remember.
I don't think there was a walk-off homer this year. No,
it wasn't. Okay.
Like
Must have been last year though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. I'm pretty sure. Like Iglesias definitely had one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just nothing like the walk-off homer.
I know, dude. Especially, hey, I mean, you're at home too. I mean, oh my god.
Don't you love like when you're watching the broadcast and they say if they're gonna win, they're gonna walk it off. Once the 8th inning is over, right? Yeah, that it's a walk-off.
It's a walk-off.
He walks. But yeah, I mean, as you can tell, I am elated, Tony. And I think the rest of the season is going to be
fascinating, dude.
There we go. Did we get anything else in there? Jackson Jobe, Pollock's riled, right?
Jackson Jobe, Pollock is riled. Can't wait, he says, for Jackson Jobe tonight. And then I guess that's really it. Matthew Wright says Juan Shito. Then Derek Ho. Hi there,
Derek Ho. What do you know?
That's pretty much
yeah,
it.
let's do an MLB 6-pack pick segment brought to you by the Hirsch Law Firm. And of course, we are going to Denver, Colorado, Coors Field. If you're a Rockies fan right now, let's just say you're hammered, Tony, right?
Yes,
especially for a Memorial Day weekend. Bargain tickets here, $24. It says they start at. And we have a pitching matchup here. Clark Schmidt, whose father, Dwight, was honored, a former member of the Armed Forces.
That's nice.
Before yesterday's game. A surprise to Clark. So you love to see that. Tanner Gordon towing the slab here for the Rockies, who are, like we said, 8-42, 5-20 at Coors Field. And Gordon has only pitched 6 1/3 innings, giving up 4 runs, so that ERA is at 5.68. Right-handed pitcher. Clark Schmidt, I think, has been on quite the run here, just in terms of giving them length and also, limiting the damage. If you look at, his last 3 starts, he went 6 innings in all of them, allowed 3 runs or less. And the Yankees are 2-1 in those games. And overall, this season, because Clark Schmidt has had 6 starts, the Yankees are 4-2. So they usually do well. They usually give him run support. Obviously, a little tough luck loser last time out against the Mets. But I think Coors Field, that'll lead to some offense as bad as the Rockies are. So I think it's what we've seen from Clark. It's the 6 innings. It's the 3 earned. But like I said, because we're at Coors Field, an absolute clinic. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit 5 homers tonight, at least 10 for the weekend. I mean, balls are going to be flying out left and right. And I guess as a yearny, got to go Lawson Wells. We're overdue. I know we were pushing that one the last couple games, but definitely Wells, definitely Judge. I would say Bellinger too. The way he's been hitting the ball. So couple for Ernie's parlays, which keep hitting. Why does he need help from me? He's been cashing every ticket recently. But I think at the end of the day, this is 12-4. So we're going to go Yankees and the over.
All right, let's go Yanks over here for Brian. And obviously, dude, for me, we're going to Citi Field. Why not, dude? Dodgers here coming into town. Oh, Mets looking to dial it in here. And lucky for us, I mentioned earlier this week, I do enjoy the pitching matchups here we have this weekend. Obviously, just tonight, dude, you have Kershaw on the mound for the Dodgers, making his 2nd start against Griffin Canning, who's been obviously surprising still me, honestly, so far this season. Limiting the damage. 2.47 ERA, 5-1 on the season. So obviously, he's on the mound. We do win games here. And 2nd start. The injury, we know the age still has it, but obviously is a little bit far from prime Kershaw. First time, last time out, 4 innings, 5 earned runs against the Angels. honestly, I could see him doing similar numbers tonight against the Mets. I think it's going to be T-ball, honestly, for Kershaw. Obviously, still kind of getting acclimated back to the MLB here. I think he goes, again, 4 innings, maybe 5 innings, 5 earned runs, a little bit more length out of him. But you're seeing Lindor going yard. I think you can book Ernie a Soto anytime home run here. I think now would be the time. I know Ernie was kind of teetering and never going to bet on him again, but maybe that one time, who knows? I think this is the weekend, buddy. I think tonight is the night off of Kershaw.
If not now,
then when? And then obviously here, the over-under is at 8.5. I mean, listen, Dodgers have hitters too. I'm sure Canning could get into some trouble. Nothing crazy. You're looking at 6 innings, 3 earned runs, quality start. If that, probably to like the 5th inning. Freeman 2-run dinger, something like that. Who knows? But bullpen comes in scoreless for the bullpen appearances here. I would say the Mets go on to win this one. I'll say 6-3. So Mets in the over to start off this series, baby.
Let's go. Pick number 2 here. So obviously a full slate here on a Friday. The entire league playing. And where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do here?
Gotta go.
John Pollock, Fish Boy, whatever you want to call him, mentioned he's excited for Jackson Jobe. 4-0.
Yeah, take it.
4.12, one of the brightest young arms in this game. It'll be fascinating to see what he does at home here in Detroit against the Guardians. The Guardians obviously blanking the Tigers, so this is a big series here for the boys in Motown. But I think Job, 7 scoreless, striking out, 9. And I want to say Gleyber Torres, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, and I think he's going to go 4 for 5 here. And I think the Tigers will win this one. I'm going to say it's a blowout. I think they win 7-1. I believe that would be the Tigers and the under.
Tigers. Under, dude. All right, next game, second game for me here. Let's go to L.A., dude. I guess not technically L.A. Let's go to Anaheim. Angel Stadium here for the Angels, taking on the Miami Marlins. First game here of the weekend, obviously, for them. Angels, you said it. I know you said 7 in a row. I thought it was 8. I could be wrong. I guess maybe they made it 7. No, it is 7.
You're doubting the Swami?
I thought I heard 7 yesterday.
We heard 7 yesterday.
7 yesterday.
Did they play yesterday or no?
They did.
And they won. So maybe that was before they played.
It must have been, dude. I don't know. Jeremy Shat. In any case, the Marlins have lost back-to-back games, I should say, 4 in the last 6. Obviously, last in the NL East here with only 19 wins. Probably because of their pitching staff, which has been pretty piss poor. And who's been piss poor but Sandy Alcantara here with a 7.99 ERA, dude.
I mean, talking about tanking trade value, right?
Can't believe it,
I mean,
honestly,
they can't trade him.
They
literally cannot trade him.
Literally cannot trade him.
Nothing.
Nothing, dude. It's nothing. You see Kikuchi, speaking of nothing, has gotten 0 wins on the season. 0-4. Also, he gets his first one tonight. ERA isn't that bad, 3.5, but obviously Angels, I guess, just haven't really played well when he started. Doesn't really matter here, dude. I say quality start out of him, 6 innings, 3 earned runs, nothing crazy. But it's the Angels offense that continues to pound the ball here. They outscored the A's in that 4-game set. Was that 31-18, dude? And obviously swept the Dodgers before that, dude. They've been dialed in here. So give me the Angels over 8.5. I mean, honestly, Angels can score 8 on their own, dude. Angels win this one. It's like 7-4. Angels in the over, Brian. Let's have a good weekend.
All right, yeah, let's definitely have a good weekend. I am gonna go with a surprise one here for me. I'm gonna go with the Pirates.
Wow. Okay.
Skeens on the hill.
There we go.
Tight, 3-5, 2-4-4. One of the best pitchers in the league. They're already talking about when's he gonna get traded. 4 more years of control. Tigers not building around him. They can get anything they want for him. But I think in this game, I think there'll be a good crowd there. 640 Memorial Day weekend, Skeens on the hill. And I think he's going to carry a no-no into the 7th and end up pitching 7 in the third, striking out 13, also known as a baker's dozen. And I think O'Neal Cruz, only game, 3-run shot, 4th inning. Pirates shut out Brewers, 3-0. Pirates in the under. And then I have the bonus selection, right?
That's right. You do have the bonus selection.
Yeah,
Yes, dude.
Bonus selection here. A couple different places to
I have
go.
a feeling where you're going to go.
You do?
I think so.
I don't know if you do.
Really?
Say
All
it.
right, then probably not. Then if it's not obvious. I think you're going to go with the team in red with the Phillies, dudes.
No.
Really?
No, but actually.
Phillies over
now,
the A's?
Now you're almost making me want to.
Go ahead. Go. Take it.
Go
take
ahead,
it. Take it.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, actually, yeah, I
Yeah,
will, actually,
yeah,
just because
yeah.
you said that now. Yeah, Phillies. I mean, the A's, they were just in Colorado. Now they go to Sacramento. The balls are flying out of the ballpark. The Phillies, one of the hottest teams in America, other than the Yankees right now.
Yeah.
And what is it? They've won 7 in a row here.
Schwab
I think
hot.
they make it 8. I
Boom
think
hot.
Schwarber hits 3 tonight to get to 20. Right, 20, Tony. It's Zach Wheeler. Despite the elements there in Sacramento, 7 scoreless, striking out 14 Athletics, and the Phillies blow them out.
There we go.
Shut them out. How about that?
Oh.
9-0. So give me the Phillies and the under, and just like that, that is actually a 7-pack MLB pick segment, Tony.
Great job there, buddy.
Let's go.
I still got to pick to go.
I mean, I already picked it for you.
Yeah. I kind of
come
forgot
on.
to. It's all right. It's all right. I kind of forgot to.
You don't need a pick.
Yeah, I mean, just give me the 2 wins.
Make it up,
Just give me
make it up,
the
make it
two.
up, make it
All
up.
right, I'm going to go. I had a team. What was I just? Oh, the Cubs, dude. Give me Boyd. Okay, why not, dude? Boyd and the Cubs here. The Cubs. 30-20, dude. Man, Boyd on the mound. Couple quality starts, back starts here. 6 innings, 3 earned runs or less, dude. Picked up on my fantasy team, actually. Did all right his last time out. And I will say the Cubs will make it 3 in a row here against the Reds to start their weekend on the road. Matt Boyd may have a no-no going into the 7th. Hunter Green obviously does pretty well for himself as also. I say maybe Kyle Tucker, like 3-run blast, top of the 9th. Cubs closer comes out, slams the door on the Reds. Cubs win this one. I'm going to say 7-5. Cubs in the over there, bud.
And just like that, is your 7-pack MLB pick segment. So big weekend of baseball ahead. Nothing like baseball season. And you
There's
really feel
nothing.
like you're into the teeth of the season once it's Memorial Day, before you know it's 4th of July, before you know it, it is September, and before you know it, it's October. So the season moving along. Ernie yearning for the grid, I guess, meeting at 11.
Oh, shit. Oh, we got time, dude.
So,
Come on.
and then Pete Crow Armstrong goes, yeah, he says.
All right, Ernie.
But
It'd be nice if he was still a Met, that's for sure,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
No, yeah, dude.
What do you know?
All right, we have the grid?
Yeah, let's. What do we got for the grid here?
Hey, there we go. Little Met action here. People riled for the series this weekend. Bang, dude. Here we go. Oh. All right, Mets. I see pitching. I see Kansas City. I mean, dude. No, I guess I don't want to do anything too obvious, but I mean, you could do David Cohn for probably any of these, right? For the Mets,
Cohn could have a lot though, potentially.
for
Right?
for any of. Well, I mean, yeah.
How about
I mean, we could do Kuzman for 10+ wins. I mean,
Dickey?
you can go Dickey. Dickey definitely did both. DeGrom, Wheeler,
I
Tom
feel like
Seaver, obviously.
trying to think. Dickey for the wins? You think?
R.A. Dickey with the wins.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely had him. The matter
Yeah.
of what percentage it's going to be.
I
is-
feel like you go Dickey.
Yeah,
I'm telling
go
you.
with the Dickey.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. R.A. Dickey. Boom, 5%.
And then how about
dudes.
10-win season for the Twins, Francisco Liriano?
There we go, dude. Francisco. Did I not spell that right?
Is it up? Oh, yeah.
Liriano, there it is. Oh, Francisco Lindor. Bang. 5% again.
not
Back-to-back fives.
Bad.
Bring the music up a little bit here. There it is.
All right, and then just thinking about Cleveland with Sabathia, with Kluber, with Bybee. Do we go Tanner Bybee?
Tanner Bybee, Cleveland?
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, Kluber also could be good. It's up to you.
You go Bybee.
Go Bybee. Tanner Bybee. 3%. There we
Right,
go.
20. Kluber for the 200Ks, though.
Definitely. Kluber.
16. Not
All right.
horrible, but
Not
not great.
horrible.
And for the Twins and the, other than Santana, who else was it? There were other guys.
Definitely other guys.
Oh, Pablo Lopez.
Pablo. I like that one. Bang.
For
Percent,
everybody
dude.
not thinking about it.
That's right, dude. Back to the Mets
200
here.
Ks for the Mets. Dude.
Again, anyone we said could be good.
You said Kuzman?
Jerry Kuzman?
Dude Kuzman. I
Dude
don't even know
Kuzman?
who Kuzman is.
Oh, come on, dude.
Jay knows him.
5%, dude. Jay probably does know him, dude. 86. Let's go, dude. Kuzman was a twin.
Come on.
He was a twin.
All right. Let's just think about
Oh, Hideo Nomo would be good for the Royals. Go Batista also. I mentioned David Cohn.
Wait, Hideo Nomo, though, was for what?
Mets Royals.
Oh, Mets Royals.
Yeah.
I forgot Hideo Nomo wasn't on the Mets.
He was on the Mets, dude.
For like a cup of coffee?
Probably, maybe 2 seasons, maybe.
Okay. All right, go Nomo then. He was on the Royals? Like, what am I missing
I don't know
here?
about Royals.
Yeah, whoa. Let's maybe pipe it down a second.
Really? Whoa. You
Wait,
got
you
the Swami, dude?
You can't doubt the Swami. That's for sure. It's just Royals, though?
I don't know for sure about the Royals.
But who else was Mets Royals?
Like I said, Cohn, Batista.
Jose Batista?
Yeah.
Who's on the Royals?
Yes.
Okay, then do it. If he's on the Royals.
Brett Barry, says Jay Bird.
Wait, this is the NBA.
I think he's, yeah. Jose Bois. 0418.
There we go.
0.5. Wow, a lot lower than I thought. Let's go, dude.
All right, here. So trying to think about hello.
Yeah, I think because he's tight. The no-mo, dude.
But I mean, I think our suggestion there worked out pretty well. Or your suggestion.
Yeah, I think so, dude.
Chuck Knobloch's Twin Royals?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Do it. Probably going to be 90%.
You think so?
Maybe.
I don't know what else it would be.
I don't remember him on the road. Maybe that was right after the Yankees before he
I'm not
retired.
sure. 7%,
Okay.
though. All right, there we go.
And then the
Cleveland
City.
City.
Cleveland. Did Santana play for Kansas City? Carlos Santana?
I don't think so. Did Greinke ever play for Cleveland?
No.
Hideo Nomo?
No.
Melky Cabrera.
Yes, Melky Cabrera. There we go.
Oh. $48, dude.
It's just we're spoiled because we.
I know,
just got
dude.
13.
The 13.
What did you guys get yesterday?
2%, dude.
Do you remember?
I don't actually remember.
You got it though.
Yeah, definitely got it. I guess we can probably
swing
look back, dude.
and a miss.
I don't think so. Let's see if Nomo was on the Royals. How about that? Let's see if the Swami was Swamiing.
I mean, you would think he's Swami.
I would think he did Swami. Royals. Oh, an 08, dude, for 3 games.
Yep, he's saying don't doubt.
Don't Swami. Dude.
Everybody had their cake and got to eat it too, right?
Yeah, that was a good call.
Yeah.
Santana, dude.
Yeah.
And then yeah, dude. Oh, I guess you wanted to see yesterday's score.
Yeah.
Let's get back to it. Previous grids.
9 out of 9.
Here we go, dude. The
Summary.
Oh, 48.
Kind of eerily similar.
Very eerily similar, dude.
Bobby Bonilla. Robin Ventura, the Gold Glove, but Ray Ordonez.
Yeah, here we go,
dude.
dude.
That sounds like a yearny.
I think that, I'm pretty sure that was a year. He called in for that last one.
You could do.
He had the Visquel also, dude.
There we go.
Yeah, dude, that was not bad.
But yeah, I mean, definitely pumped for the baseball over the weekend. Who do the Mets have after the Dodgers? Rockies?
Yeah, it's funny. No, I don't think so, dude.
But next weekend, I think the Rockies.
Come here.
Yes, come here.
No, they do. They definitely do. They're giving away tickets on DNR.
Oh, so this is a 9-game homestand?
Yeah, dude. All right. I mean, there's no way they go. So I don't know who they have after the Dodgers, to be honest, dude. Chicago. Yeah. All right. There we go, dude. Let's go. And then you go to LA, and then the road trips, and then you go to Colorado.
That's interesting.
That is kind of interesting. A little wraparound almost feel to it, dude.
Yeah.
But hey, man. I mean, listen, Dodgers, Chicago, Colorado. You got to feel pretty good about that, dude. You know, the way the Dodgers. I know Dodgers are Dodgers, but
any nerves here for the Dodgers that like maybe you get swept? Dodgers have dropped a couple recently.
I mean, again, I like the pitching matchups a lot,
Yeah.
so I don't think a sweep is incoming. But I mean, you're worried you can lose the series still. I mean, it's anybody's series.
You're gonna
I
be
think.
pissed losing the series,
Yes.
not hitting. I mean, it's just you're back to where we are right now.
No, literally. I mean, listen, if you can't hit at home right now
Yeah.
against these pitchers, like, come on, dude.
Decent
you know?
weather over the weekend.
Yeah, dude. Like, this
Yeah.
is prime time. Like I said, like the ball should be flying, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Starving, dude.
really didn't eat anything.
Oh, sorry. Yes, dude. Did not really eat anything this morning.
That's tough.
Just the coffee. Kind of like didn't. Dude, I totally forgot to mention last night. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Jeremy shot.
I mean, the food wasn't bad, but I would say because we did the all-you-can-eat wings,
Right,
the $20, dude. And I stuck to just buffalo honey barbecue. Didn't do any of the crazy sauces, so my stuff was all good. But I have to say, like the worst service I've ever had at a restaurant my entire
Milford.
life, dude. Milford Mall, Buffalo Wild Wings, and they just can't get it right. I'm not gonna lie. The last like 3 or 4 times. Let's say 3 times I've been there. It's just they cannot get it right. Either the food is fucked up or the service is fucked up. I am 95% sure, Brian, that our waitress, left the restaurant.
Wow.
Like did something else.
How much extra time would you say was like that
Wasted?
was unnecessary? Yeah.
Probably 45 minutes, let's say, so we did Buffalo Wild Wings in a movie, so Mission Impossible last night. Mike, Joey, and I. So we did 6 o'clock dinner, 7:45 movie with the previews. You're talking like 8:15 start. You know, so we're thinking about 2 hours to eat. Plenty of time, dude. 6 o'clock right away. Order our shit. I did the boneless. Half and half, whatever to start, and then literally didn't see our waitress until 7:15.
Wow.
So like for almost an hour, dude, like she was MIA. Mike had to go to the bar. Hey, like we want to order
When
more
they
food.
say what happened.
Bartender came over and took our order.
Yeah.
Sorry
about that. Kitchen's backed up.
I don't know. She didn't really say anything. I don't know. Again, I don't know
New POS system.
if like I don't know if like the waitress definitely left because we saw
never
her.
came back.
No, she walked in the door in like a jacket and like her purse.
Oh,
and like
okay.
she didn't have like the apron thing
Gotcha,
on or
gotcha,
anything.
gotcha,
So clearly went somewhere and then comes over again. This is like 7:20 now. All right, and we want to go to the bathroom, whatever, get to the movie theater. So we're like, I'll take another order of the wings, please, and the check, I guess. Like, so I only had, one extra order. And then they didn't even give me fries when they came back, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no fries. I was like, no time, dude. And also, like, with her not there, I was like, fucking thirsty, dude. I had one drink, dude. I had soda, and then, oh my God, dude.
Basically, if Matt was here, he would say, "This is why Wild Wings
is beat, dude.
Yeah.
It sucks ass."
Yeah.
Is what he would say. And it was, again, like, it would have been great if the waitress was just like a good person, I guess. But hey, man, I mean, the tip suffered. All right,
Yeah.
you can fucking go. And she didn't even bring the food over when the food came. Some other dude did it. Like, what are we doing, dude?
You know what's funny though? Like the people who kind of cheap it. I think I almost heard like Gio talking about this on the radio before.
Yeah.
But like with the tips, just go, yeah. I mean, everybody starts the evening at 20. You're gonna go up or down for there. What's
I
gonna
mean,
happen?
honestly, dude, right? It's like, how do you expect? You left the building, like you left, and it wasn't even crowded. We were like, there was 3 tables there, like you could have just stood there.
Yeah.
And like, oh wow, you're tapping out already? Like, are you?
She really
Is she
said
gonna say
that?
you guys are tapping out now? Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Bad job, dude.
Yep.
Bad job.
Yep. And also, good job. Donna Lee Fender in the building says, good morning. Happy Memorial Day weekend. So great to have Donna here. She's obviously pumped up for the New York Yankees. We know that.
And Memorial Day weekend.
And Memorial Day weekend.
The Monday off, dude.
The
People
Monday
are excited.
Off. Everybody's pumped for the Monday
We're
off.
getting crazy, dude.
Things are getting out of control. But let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle quick. It's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rick Washington made the full split save. Are you kidding me? Turn. Side of the net between the legs and they score. Filthy. McDavid.
So not much of a cap needed here for the Florida Panthers. 5-0 at the Novo last night. So heading
Crazy.
back to Sunrise for the weekend with a 2-0 lead. And it just seems like they are the gift that keeps on giving contributions up and down the lineup. Sam Bennett has 9 goals this postseason. He had 2 last night. Kachuk added his 4th. Barkov his 4th on a power play. Forsling had his 1st, and then Sergei Bravowski, another vintage performance in between the pipes. After seeing a question like this, I mean, seeing a game like this, a performance like this, hard not to ask the question. I mean, can anybody beat Florida right now?
No. I mean, well, no, as in probably not. Yes, as in good questions.
They've
Good
won,
thing to bring up, dude.
6 in a row, or no, 6 out of 7
6 out of
since down
7.
0-2.
Yes, dude. Which is absolutely ridiculous. And you mentioned Kachuk's goal last night. First goal, in, I think 11 games, dude. So like, all these winnings, all these wins,
Have been
dude,
without that.
been without him kind of being at least a goal scorer. Anyway, we know obviously his impact just being on the ice, physically, playmaking abilities, whatever, dude. But obviously Bobrovsky, dude. I mean, I know he only faced, I think, 17 shots on goal. But I mean, the ones that he did face were absolute quality chances, even a couple mistakes by Florida Panthers. Again, Hurricanes forcing some turnovers, open looks, middle of the ice, one-timers. Bobrovsky absolutely dialed in. How about your boy, by the way, calling the Bob shutout yesterday?
Yeah, there we go.
And you know what? Honestly, bad job by the people on TikTok. Okay, dude.
Everybody was hating on you.
Dude, everyone's hating on me, and people were still hating on me. It's like, dude, you said 2-0. You said 2-0.
But this might be an example again of why, as Matthew Gabriel once said, TikTok
Sucks ass, dude.
I mean, the people on there are insane.
I mean, like, are you kidding me?
no. It's just so funny that they can't let it go.
No.
With when you're picking something too. Obviously, you're right there, but if you're wrong, it's like they act like no one ever made a video.
Right.
Everybody bats 1,000. Like it's like, are you 3 years old?
Yeah,
like
dude.
that is a maturity level of some of these TikTok
Literally.
users.
And it's always like after the game. It's
Right,
not like
right,
they
right.
said it before the game
Right.
started. You suck. You're an idiot. This is what I think. And then you're right. Then I can see
and
maybe.
then like the Celtics thing, everybody was ripping me the 39% chance of the Knicks advancing, and then once the series is over, where are they? I don't see them. Right? I mean, it's laughable. So like you would say, you take it with a grain
of salt, Brian.
Okay.
And so to get back to the game here, I mean, it was just gut-wrenching. I mean, you score 3 in the first. Again, you talk about setting the tone here. I mentioned, like, after game 1, the fighting, the mentality of the Hurricanes, like, getting, having the Panthers underneath your skin right now. It just seems like, I mean, the Panthers are playing them like a fiddle, dude. You score 3 unanswered in the first here. You have all the atmosphere sucked out of the building. To make it even worse, dude, I think the Hurricanes, I forget who it was, maybe Aho, doesn't matter, score a goal early on in the second, offsides, coach's challenge, no goal, Bobrovsky still in the shutout, and then the Hurricanes play a good second period, they play solid defense. Again, the chances were few and far between, quality, but it just felt like they just needed to get past Bobrovsky, find a way, dirty goal, get it going, and then 40 seconds left in the second period, Florida scores again to make it 4-0. I mean, it just seemed like the Hurricanes were never really in it. Like I said, all the atmosphere sucked out of the building again. And then third period, obviously Bob, on his head, Barkov on the power play about halfway through, 5-0. And I mean, it's just, Hurricanes really never had a shot, dude. Never really had a shot. Pull Anderson at that point. That doesn't look good. And obviously, Kochetkov still gives up a goal in the third, So, Kane's got to figure it out. You'll get some of these team stats here. Obviously, power opportunities, Florida, 2 for 2. Carolina, 0 for 3. Obviously, Panthers, great PK. Bobrovsky, but still, I mean, 17 shots on goal. I know a couple of them came from the power play, but you had a couple power plays where you had no goals, dude. No shots on goal, dude. So you got to figure it out here. I know both teams play incredibly physical, but the Panthers just absolutely all over the Hurricanes, enduring any storm the Carolina's trying to put out there. So obviously, a really tough battle here for Carolina to go back. Well, not to go back, but to go to Florida and try to get something going there. It's tough, dude. I mean, I said it yesterday. I mean, I'm not one to call like, it's to say it's over so early, but if they lose game 2, I mean, it's kind of like,
I think euthanized on the track.
like you might as well, dude.
I mean, that's a little rough.
Hey, you said it. You said it.
Oh, shit. But no, I agree. I mean, it's over. It definitely is over. And how about the collapse from Edmonton? I mean, they're gonna get a chance tonight, but I'm sure you talked about it yesterday.
5 unanswered in the third, right?
I mean, what the hell was that?
They got a little taste of their own medicine right there, dude. Again, Ottinger, Tommy talked about it. Ottinger, obviously severely, I guess the advantage outweighs there for Dallas, in terms of goaltending experience and just overall level of play. But I mean, listen, Oilers just can't be letting have it open like that for Dallas to come back. I mean, you gotta, keep your foot on the pedal for the third period. Again, I was very surprised. I mean, not for what they were up 3-1, I think, going to the third too. You had a 2-goal lead, which, as they say, Brian,
worst lead. Yeah, worst lead they have in hockey. So obviously, we'll see what happens tonight, dude. But like I said, home ice advantage takes a huge impact, I think, on this series. And I would say Oilers go down 2-0. Wow.
No.
Wow.
Dallas rocking American Airlines.
I know
the comeback.
I know it's tough to bounce back from that type of collapse sometimes.
I almost compared it to the Knicks, for the first a loss like this, so it creates that uneasy feeling right now. And I know Knicks whatever at this point, but for the Stars here, I think they're feeding on that, dude, and they were really spreading the wealth in terms of goal scorers and offensive tools here. And I still think Robertson's going to start to go off, and he hasn't yet. So I think they still have the ceiling is still higher for Dallas here. So we'll see what the Oilers can put together. I mean, again, I think McDavid had an assist game 1, but I said he's going to have to take matters into his own hands as he has before.
Right.
But you got to get some more goals, in the score sheet there for McDavid.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, though, he's going to bounce back in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if Edmonton ends up winning like 6-3. I think just in hand the entire time. Who's calling?
We got Saul Good coming in.
Saul,
dude.
wow.
Right, been a little while for Saul Good, man. Stand by, Saul. Bluetooth sounds pretty good. So let's grip it and rip it. Saul, you're live on the Sportsport, bud. Saul?
Yeah.
Saul, what's
good
good,
morning.
brother?
What's going on, dudes?
Not much,
been
man.
a minute.
Yeah, dude. How's everything?
I'm good, man. I hear you guys talking puck.
Yeah, dude. What do you think of the playoffs so far? What do you got, dude? Bobrovsky, Panthers, Oilers, are they bouncing back today? What do you got?
I think Florida's terrifying.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, my God. They are.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's touching Florida.
I'm a Ranger fan. I'm glad that we didn't even make the playoffs. There's no chance anybody's beating the Panthers.
But it's crazy, though. We were just talking about it. They go down 2-0 to Toronto, and then they've won 6 out of 7 since. It really seems like they're hitting their stride.
Yeah. What the hell? Yeah, I get. But teams don't normally hit their stride in the middle of the freaking playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they're just a different animal. They can beat you so many different ways, so many different goal scorers. I mean, it's
defense. Yeah, they got a trap, but they got goal scorer. They got Isn't it what's his name on the third line? He's on the third line.
Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah, he's been quiet this postseason. Quiet.
And scores yesterday. And it would really be surprised next game he has a hat trick.
No, wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
What do you think, though, about Edmonton and Dallas? You think the Oilers will even it up tonight?
I couldn't believe Dallas. That was a comeback. I couldn't believe it. I was wild. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah. But, I mean, what do you think? You think they can bounce back from that?
Yeah, Edmonton can definitely bounce back. They got the greatest player on the planet.
Yeah, very true.
Future New York Ranger. Mad.
Connor's coming to New York?
I mean, at some point, right? I mean, isn't he going to follow in Wayne's footprints?
And Mark's?
And Mark's.
Yeah. I think it's time to get this city back, Harvey, no?
Could you imagine if he came? Dude, that dude comes to the friggin' Rangers. Holy sh! Can I say shit?
But that's what the Rangers need. We need a star, Saul. When was the last time the Rangers had a star?
Mark Messier.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, 1994. I was in high school.
Yeah.
Wow.
100%.
No, I just like I love the playoffs. That Knicks lost the other night. That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, them bouncing back this weekend or what?
Oh, they're gonna win. They're gonna win. They playing tonight? Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing tonight at the Garden.
Yeah, they're gonna win.
No, but I mean, I didn't get a chance to, because I was out yesterday to talk about that, but I couldn't believe who was it? Was it Aaron Nesmith that hit all those 3-pointers?
Yeah, 8 for 9
No,
from
it was
3.
funny.
Dude.
Pooch was like, he didn't actually make fun of me for this, but it's just, I'm sure anybody else would. But I'm watching the Yankee game. Dominguez hits a home run, and I'm still downstairs. He has the game upstairs. I had it on silent watching the Yankee post game after that because I was just so pumped about the Martian home run. But I did see the entire stretch run of that game.
Wild.
Boy, I mean,
was insane.
but Tony made the comparison before. I mean, is it not Edmonton versus Dallas? I mean, it's the same thing. But there's no concern.
Kinda.
There's no concern out of you there just because. Is it just because we've seen the Knicks, no matter what situation they face this postseason, they bounce back? Is that why you're not concerned?
Oh, I'm concerned.
Oh, okay. I thought I was saying because you said you're confident that.
No,
they
I
bounce
don't
back.
think they're gonna blow them up. No.
They're not blowing the doors down.
No, God no.
No.
That team can run. They run, and
Run.
I don't know.
Run and going.
But that guy Naismith had a game of his life. I never even heard of
epic
this.
proportions.
And I, what's just tough too, like that. I know like he did it, and then it wasn't a 3-pointer, so it was kind of weird. But like the Halliburton choke sign. I mean, I guess last time the Pacers did it, they lost. So maybe Knicks fans hoping that's good omen.
Kind of crazy, dude. Yeah.
I think that is a good omen. I think that preemptive choke sign
Yep.
is going to come back and bite him in the ass.
I don't remember the last time I watched a game though where it was like that. Like speaking of the but like with the ball all the way up in the air and then going in.
I
like,
know, dude. That was crazy. Is right, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, watching that thing
Rainbow
hit the
three.
back of the rim and then like, oh fuck, it's gonna go in.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then to think that they lost for a second.
Yeah,
too, was
dude.
like, are you kidding me? And
Like
it's
the game's
overtime.
over on that shot.
But
If I was like a diehard Knicks fan, I would be. Oh, I probably would have had a
and
heart.
you could tell, even though he dropped over 40, I mean, it's the overtime period. I mean, Brunson was just out of gas. I feel like
Yeah.
he played so much. And he was so tired. Seemed like he was about to fall over.
But he had such a long rest.
Yeah.
That's the thing that like.
True, yeah, he was
Maybe he
out for
doesn't
a
like
while.
the
But those,
He's
you guys
playing.
noticed how those last couple of possessions? I mean, he literally like was having trouble just like holding on to the ball.
Yeah. No, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
They
he was
had that
gassed.
tough turnover. He missed a big 3. Yeah, that was tough, dude. And like you said, dude, that he did have like a little bit of a rest too. So I don't know, maybe it's just catching up to him. But
He had a long rest. Like
yeah,
that,
and that's when the Knicks went on that run, didn't they? They went on like a 13
The run,
the 3 the Baker run, dude.
Yeah, and he's on the bench.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, kind of, but like I said, it does give you that eerie feeling, dude. A loss like that.
I
Ooh.
mean, I think, all this conversation we've had so far about sports, Saul, I think the one thing we can all agree on is right now, what's the only thing you can count on?
Oh my gosh. Take a guess, Saul.
Take a
Come
guess,
on.
Saul. Come on, you know me.
Aaron Judge.
Oh, all
Aaron
right, there we
Judge,
go.
But specifically,
Yankees win.
I mean, things are looking pretty good right now.
He's a pretty good baseball player, I think.
And the Yankees at 30-19 are a pretty
Was
good
I
baseball
right with
team.
Aaron Judge?
I think we all were.
Yeah.
Honestly, I said as
Okay.
soon as he had his rookie season, I said favorite player of all time.
Why?
What is he batting now?
404, something like that.
Something like that. But I mean, the team as a
16
whole,
bombs.
right? I mean, it just far exceeded expectations so far. No.
Yeah. And I'm also happy what's going on at Citi Field
you tell that to the wrong person.
with that trading son of a bitch. That
Oh
trader. Now
my
he-
god.
Oh, I wish I was back with the Yankees.
Never said that. He's
Eight
never
out of
said
10,
that.
By the way, 8 out of 10 for the Yankees, but he specifically never said that. But there is a lot of
Speculation.
a lot of smoke out there that is the case. And regardless if that's what he wants or not,
want the smoke?
I think we all can agree. Being the professional he should be, he shouldn't be pouting. He should be playing, and he should be getting through this adversity. But I don't know if to me, do you think, Saul? Like, if it's not that, I mean, it's just, I guess he got off to a bad start, and he's in a funk, and he's just feeling dejected, and he can't get himself out of it? I mean, it really seems like no excuse at the end of the day. I mean, I think Tony would agree.
Changes
He's
this
not
weekend.
running out of the box.
Yeah.
Yes, no, that's bad. Not good. That's bad job, dude. Can't be doing
Bad
that.
job.
You hit a
Bad
line
job.
drive into the green monster and you're staring at it. You know it's not going out. The thing's giant. What are
Yeah.
you doing? Just staring at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, not good,
It's a
dude.
double.
Yeah.
He hit a single and he's not jumping. Whatever. I don't care. I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out great. Obviously, I mean, free.
I've never
Goldschmidt,
hated a
Bellinger.
player or rooted. I've never rooted against a player, but I can't. I'm sorry. He jumped. He went to the wrong went to the wrong team for
you
for a
know,
sweep?
and then especially, I think the icing on the cake. I mean, we all obviously had our distaste for him, but
Mm-hmm.
then to have the rumblings come out that he wishes it's just like that's the icing on the cake. It's
The
just
icing
like,
on the case.
Like get out. That's like me at the blackjack table, like staying on 17. Like just get it out of here. Just get it out. All right. But yeah, I think he's definitely he feels he's missing out, I guess. But you know, I think
You had your best season of your career,
right, and you
because you're
dismiss
playing
that.
behind the best player in the world,
Yep.
Aaron Judge,
Yep.
and you're going to leave that
Yeah.
for a sweep?
And then also to have the audacity, Tony, in the post game press conference to say that that he did run it out for that fly ball.
Yeah, no, that's
Yes.
immature.
Yeah.
Children.
Please, we're watching. We're sports fans. We know what you're doing, and you're not doing it. Sorry,
Yeah.
pal.
Yeah. Have you
And you
been?
can-
Oh no, sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, I'm just saying you got 15 more years of this. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck,
Yeah.
pal.
Tony would come in and say, no, 14. Have you been to any Yankee games this year?
I have not.
Anything planned, or you're planning on going, or I mean, where are you at with that?
I'm going to Citi Field June 12th.
Let's go. We'll be
so
there.
We'll see you there. Okay, great.
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of tough that it
Are
has
you guys
to be.
going to
No.
Publicans too?
No, we are going to Republicans, but Saul, whose name is not Tony,
Yeah.
I'm saying it's kind of tough that it's not a Yankee game instead of a Mets game, right?
Oh, he hates the Mets he hates the Yankees so much he won't even go?
No. I'm saying
Brian hates the
don't
Mets
you-
so much.
Don't you? But he is going. No, I was saying, don't you wish it was a Yankee game? Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't care. I just want to see the
I
boys.
thought you were a big Yankee fan, though. No.
He's in it for the
I
company,
am,
baby.
but I like sport. I don't hate the Mets. I just
Oh
you know,
yeah.
just
No,
like
no,
one.
but it just would make it
Politely-
even that much better. That's the thing. But yes, one thing I will say, the camaraderie,
Well-
seeing all the fellas, I can't wait for that.
The hot
We
dogs.
can all agree on that. Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, tailgate's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So now you're gonna be at Publicans?
Oh yeah,
Let's go. Awesome.
It's gonna be
I already
great,
got a
dude.
plan.
Awesome, man.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I was there last year.
Likewise.
I don't know why I don't remember seeing him there. Do you, Tony? Well, I mean, I can know why. But do you remember seeing him or no?
I do remember seeing him at Publicans.
Because
yes.
you didn't know who I was. I met you guys when I came to your place.
No, but
That
that
was before
after.
that.
was
Yeah, Publicans is
last
after.
time.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
We
But
did.
there
Yeah.
definitely
Really?
is a good chance I didn't know where you were. Okay, Let's
The
just-
espresso
let's-
martinis, dudes.
Oh man, but yeah, that's gonna be great.
Oh, I
That's
can't
absolutely
wait.
gonna
Counting
be
on the
great.
days, dudes.
Any big plans this weekend, Saul, for the holiday?
Not really, no.
Taking it easy, baby. Love
Watching some good baseball, some good hockey, right?
Yeah, I'm into the sports. Maybe go to the air show.
There you
down
go.
to the beach. Check out the
There you
it.
go.
Oh, that'd be cool, dude.
Awesome, man.
Jones Beach. Yeah, my buddy has a boat. I've done it
Wow.
a bunch of times. So,
Yeah.
Oh, there we
That
go.
sounds
dude.
awesome,
Love
bro.
Jones Beach.
Yeah, definitely enjoy, man. And thanks for calling in. It's been a while. And obviously we're looking forward to seeing you on the 12th.
All right, man. Well, I won't be a stranger. Great show, guys.
Yeah, I'll remember you this
Appreciate it, dude.
time. Take care,
All right,
Saul.
man.
Peace.
Take care.
Saul, good man. Been a
There we
while.
go.
Been a while. And then a couple comments that we missed here. Michael saying horrible Buff trip, absolutely embarrassing.
It really was, dude.
And then Yerny just wanting to drop a little bit of info. In the month of May, Alien, also known as Dominguez, is the first player in MLB history to have a walk-off grand slam. Have a walk-off, a grand slam, 3-homer game. In a game, he had a home run from each side of the plate in 1 month. First player ever, 22 years young. Yeah, I mean, I say it all the time. He's our future. He's our most important player. So, and obviously him hitting that home run, that was just great as a Yankee fan. That's the guy that you want to do that. So that was an awesome moment. The bat flip, first career walk-off of his life. You could tell post-game interview, pumped. Tommy says he still picks Dallas with last change. Regardless, Edmonton is scary in terms of the game tonight.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Let's go to the world of the National Basketball.
LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
All right. So I know you guys got to talk about it yesterday, and yes, the Thunder up 2-0 now, 118-103 over the Timberwolves, kind of going the way I expected. SGA getting the MVP yesterday. 38-8 in that one. But I think, I was saying, gentlemen, this could be a sweep. I think Oklahoma City really hitting their stride. And like I said, that was just a thing with Denver. Tony, the 9-point collapse there in the final of the Knicks, on Wednesday, shades of Spurs, Heat, bringing the trophy onto the court.
Ooh.
Ray Allen from the corner. I think the worst collapse I've ever seen. And I think it makes it imperative tonight to even a series up. Maybe it is a good thing that Halliburton did the preemptive choke, and like the history with Reggie Miller doing that, and obviously the Knicks winning. But would you agree here? This absolutely, no matter what, you cannot go to Indiana down 2-0 here.
Yes, absolutely. To quote Stephen A. here, the Knicks' season is on the line in Game 2. No, yeah, definitely, dude. And I think I do have my confidence in the Knicks here. I forget who said it post game, but somebody was like, somebody on the Knicks was like, I think we went up, and then it just kind of like whatever took place, where he was kind of saying, like, I think like we kind of thought we had it in the bag a little bit too much, took our foot off the pedal, whatever, and then all of a sudden, sort of deal. So I think they learned their lesson from Game 1, and honestly, not for nothing, like that is kind of the good news. Is like you did have a strong start. The first half, the third quarter, you had a good game, a great game. Okay, you were gelling. I think there is things to point at. Maybe, Brunson looking a little sluggish after again overtime win. That's kind of overtime loss, I should say. Extra basketball. That's still kind of a narrative around the Knicks. Can they go deep? Like, how deep can they go into series without looking fatigued? That's been the problem. We know about the lack of, help from off the bench. And even in terms of eating up minutes, we'll see what happens. I'm sure the bench show is confident, after last game, going on that run. So, I think the contributions were there, and I just think Knicks kind of, like Tibbs said after the game too, you learn your lesson, you make your adjustments, then you forget about it. Game 2, it's the quick
forget
turnarounds,
about
dude.
it.
Then
Forget
you forget about it, dude. Yeah, well, exactly, dude. It's 17. All right, dude, out of here. So I do have my comments in the Knicks tonight. They're gonna win. Garden's gonna be rocking. I think they got the fans behind them for sure, dude.
J.R. Smith ripped.
J.R. Smith ripped in the crowd, dude. Courtside, the shades are on. Does he even know what the score is? But regardless, dude, I think give me the Knicks. I think it's going to be an emphatic victory as well.
Would you
dude.
say it'll be a fascinating game?
A fascinating game here. -6.5, cover easily. I say they win this game. I know they surprised us with the scoring, even with the overtime, but I would say 113, 105, dude. Let's go.
The under. Wow.
There we go.
I tend to agree. Maybe they pull away late. I think back and forth the entire game. But I'm going to say 109 to 103.
Wow.
So
Don't
just
cover.
not covering and
the
going
under.
on the under. And I think Brunson, carrying
burger?
the load. Maybe not 40, but I think 35-9 for sure. But yeah, this is everything here. 9. This is everything. And I think they do it. And it just, like we said, we've seen them battle back before, down big deficit, getting run out of the gym, Game 3 against Boston last series. So
Yeah.
I think they've shown they can bounce back from everything. I think they're determined, they're fired up, and they really want to stick it to the Pacers. So I think they will, get the job done. So big games here Friday at the Garden, tonight, 8 o'clock. And then also Sunday, 8 o'clock in Indiana. So it'll be interesting what the series is at that point. But 2 huge games over this Memorial, over this Memorial Day weekend.
MDW.
For the New York Knicks.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. You think that they're like going on the road? I mean,
What do you mean? Like you think
Indiana? Like, what do you think?
I think they're fine.
You think they're fine?
They're winning both of these games.
Winning both those games.
Up 2-1.
Up 2-1, dude. There we go.
And it's a 7-game series, so I think 2-2 after you leave. I said the split in both, so I mean we're kind of on pace for that, barring that they win tonight, which I think they will do.
Barring.
But we'll see. And speaking of winning, right now, we got some co-leaders here. Chuck Schwab challenge here. And it's Chris Gotterup, Ben Griffin, and is it
John Pack?
John Pack. Not really familiar with him.
No, neither am I. Let's see what we got on the player
as we would
profile,
say,
dude.
not exactly the who's who.
In the pack.
In the pack of the PGA Tour.
Whoa, Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Hey now.
There it is.
Went to Florida State, turned pro in 21 here. The 26-year-old still looking for his first PGA Tour win, it seems. Obviously, finding himself tied for first is pretty good and his best look yet here, I guess. After we haven't seen much of him, a lot of cuts here. His best performance seems to have been at the Mexico Open in Vidanta, Brian, where he tied 17th.
Vidanta, there we go.
Other than that, though, hasn't really been doing anything much. Obviously no major appearances yet for the young buck here. But Scotch Plains, I mean, Renee Town is what that is.
There you
dude.
go.
There we go, dude.
I'm not familiar with Scotch Plains. I've never heard of that one.
Yes, dude, it is New Jersey. Borders. Yeah, Scotch Plains Township. Some
Township
county.
is so cheap. Like,
it is kind of
it's a town,
ridiculous,
it's a
dude.
city.
Township,
Like, what are we doing?
whatever, dude. Borders Westfield.
Yeah.
Summit is around there as well. I used to frequent there. I used to play all those football teams. Scotch Plains, West Point, whatever, dude. It's they're all right. It's still New Jersey here. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if he grew up there. Maybe he was just born there. Sort of deal. Maybe his family moved here. Let's see. John Pack, Florida State. We know he was raised in Scotch Plains. Attended Scotch Plains Fanwood High School 1 year before moving to Orlando. I wonder if Renee ever bumped into this guy, dude. I mean, he's 26.
Yeah.
Born in 98, dude.
yeah.
Probably. Have to get a beat on him with Renee.
Yeah.
So, there we go, dude. But they moved to Florida. Obviously, golfing legends for Florida. I guess he was named Rolex Junior First Team All-American by the Junior Golf Association. So, seemed to be a pretty highly touted young golfer. Maybe up and coming here, American.
Pack the car.
Pack in the car, dude. So I guess good for him,
How about a very unlike Scotty Scheffler,
Even.
tied for 59th right now, flirting with that cut line. He's even right now.
Not good.
Was 2 under yesterday, 2 over today. You would think he makes a run here on the back, but just not what you expect, especially at a tournament like this. Not a tough course, but maybe a little fatigued. A lot of times people win a major and then would withdraw from an event like this, but he sticks with it. So we will see. What transpires.
Yeah.
So, and then also kind of looking at the leaderboard. How about Ricky Fowler? It's been quite the struggle for him the past few years, and he's 1 shot back right now.
There we go.
6 under par. So you love to see that.
Killing it.
Ricky
in the front
always
nine
a fan
here.
favorite. I'm a fan favorite of Michael's.
He's got 6 birdies in the front 9.
On the front 9,
dude.
Doug Keem, 5 under through 12 as well. Harry Hall is 4 under through 10. You got Roy Histatune hasn't teed off. He's 4 under. Carson Young's 3 under. Harris English 3 under. JT Poston 3 under. So a lot of guys lurking. Molinari 3 under as well. Brian Harmon 3 under. Tommy Fleetwood, my pick here, shot 67 yesterday. So there's a lot of golf to be played. I think it'll be an interesting weekend here at Colonial Country Club.
Absolutely, dude. I'm excited actually to watch some golf. Sunday will be nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially at
Absolutely.
home, you know, relaxing. The golf is on.
The Peronis are flowing.
Flowers are flowing, dude. Dip in the
Yeah.
pool.
I mean, you probably, what, a 12-pack to the Dome on Sunday? The pool?
Probably.
Yeah.
You know what's great? Sometimes Costco has them, and my dad picks up the big box. And it's just like, let's freaking go, dude.
Yeah, the old Peroni.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a great sports weekend. Let's get these New York wins.
Yep.
You know, that's for sure. But I think that's really you know, everything here. I think we're all caught up. I mean,
Nice and
today
tidy.
kind of just flew by. But another great show. Great call from Saul. Good to hear from him.
Great to hear from him, dude. Appreciate Ernie for the grids.
Ernie, Pollock, Donna Lee, Josh B, Jay Bird, inebriated or not, he's here. So we appreciate that. You think he was tired I said that?
No,
He's probably not
no.
even- he probably already is done for the day
over,
already.
passed out,
Yeah.
face down.
But yeah, thanks to everybody who tuned in and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Cinema Renee and Jay in costume, the merch at DowntimeTV.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees!
Let's go Mets!
And we will see you on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.